dream of every teenage boy was to be in a famous rock and roll band. Tens of thousands of groups were springing up all over Britain, scraping together the cash to buy their guitars and amplifiers. One was the Liverpudlian group, the Swinging Blue Jeans, led by Ray Ennis.
We did a movie tone film. We had to buy all this equipment, and I had to sign this cheque. And I'd never signed a cheque with that much money in my life, and I was just hoping they wouldn't cash it, because I didn't have that much money in the bank anyway, you know.
Out of Liverpool came a new kind of electric rhythm and blues music, made famous by the Beatles and dubbed the Mersey sound. There were hundreds of aspiring bands aiming to follow in the footsteps of the Beatles. Like them, most of the young hopefuls began at the Cavern.
There was no alcohol served in the Cavern. There was, it used to be just soft drinks. There was two little old ladies at the back on a pasting table with bags of crisps and cups of tea and watered down orange juice, and that's all you had. But you can't believe all these people are in this frenzy, absolutely rocking to the beat. You know, it was purely the music that got them going. It was raw, and it was right in your face, and I think that's what the kids enjoyed.
You made me dizzy, Miss Lizzie, the way you rock and roll.
The Cavern at Liverpool. This has been the springboard to fame for many groups.
Derek Cleary's brief moment of fame came in 1966.
Everyone thought they were going to be famous because, you know, Liverpool was the place. There was no doubt about it, Liverpool was the place. And everyone thought, every band thought they were going to be famous, you know, and they all wanted to be famous. I was living in a council house, 26 Mollington Avenue in Norris Green, Liverpool. And I was in the Cryin Shames, and we had a hit record, and I used to have at least, I would say about 10 to 15 girls or so outside the house permanently, day and night.
If you're in blue in the hush of night.
Fan worship and screaming became part of the young teenage girl's way of life. This was fantasy love, one step removed from the painful ups and downs of a real relationship.
Scream, you just screamed if they moved their hips, if they turned their head, if they said hello. Sometimes you just couldn't hear them on the stage. You couldn't hear what they were singing about for screaming. Next morning, your throat and your neck hurt.
New television shows like Ready, Steady, Go strengthened the hold of pop music over their adoring teenage fans. But the hysteria they generated was a constant source of dismay to parents.
We used to watch Ready, Steady, Go on a Friday night, and Mary and I used to sit and scream at the television. And my dad used to say, "What the devil does she do when she goes out to these dances? I just don't know. All they do is scream."
As pop stars were created almost overnight, fame often took the new working class heroes by surprise.
I remember one day going home to my mum's when we lived at home. Whatever I said to her, she gave me a smack right across the face, and she said, "Don't you ever talk to me like that again." She said, "You know, just because you're making records," she said, "you know, you're still my son and you still live in my house." And I didn't realise I was being big time at home, you know. I never was big time again after that, you know. She could hit my mother. She's only little, but she had a good left hook.
By the mid-60s, Britain was starting to set the trends worldwide in music and fashion. Led by bands like the Rolling Stones, youth culture was moving into a new era. Teenagers prepared to take on one of the last bastions of the old respectable world.